While I was working on my 3 rings project here, of course I used the boring bar, and one given moment I have to change the insert. And this is where I stripped out the threads here in this little hole. Now, since the day I made this thing, I know it could happen, because while cutting the threads in here, I messed up a little bit. So now there's no threads anymore, and even also my little bolt is almost dead. So I think, let's make a new one. Now that's maybe not really neat to make a complete new one. If I cut it off after this hole here, and then make this shoulder a little bit further away, just enough to put a new length of insert in here, and then of course drill and tap a new hole here for a brand new little bolt that I have to make. This could work. And I think this will be an ideal little detail job. So off comes this one. And on comes the swivel base. And of course this one comes back on, because I need to swivel. To cut this top surface here, I will install my future former boring bar here, like this, in the milling machine, and then side mill this surface, which means that at the end we will have here a quarter round. Not that it's important, but I think it looks cool. That's not good. I mistakenly made a mistake here. I started cutting the surface that I need to leave, so that's stupid. That's okay, I can put my whole thing here a little bit further. Oh, I will fix it. This should be it. Right, out of here and see what we've got. This will work just fine. Right, I'm gonna cut this piece off. Done. Right, let's install this thing in here. And of course give this whole thing a twist at 30 degrees. Right, let's do the other side. Good. To locate the position of the hole, I have to drill, of course, for the little bolt. I installed a tiny little spot drill, but upside down. And it is a very nice fit in my insert. So now all I have to do is to wind until this rim here touches the pocket. This should be it. And of course, don't forget to flip the spot drill around. This is the original bolt and maybe it still works, so let's try. Feels good. Right, let's install this thing in the lathe and see if it works. It works! "22. To determine the taper I need here, I gave it a little sweep of indicator when this part was installed, and it's more or less 30 degrees. Now the thickness of the rim left here is 1 millimeter, and on the other one it's 2.5, almost 3 millimeter. So I suppose it's not really important. Let's do this. And here they are. I think it's a nice result. Now, the last thing I have to do, just put them here of course, is to cut this flat here on the surface. And I think this will be an ideal little job for the shaper. I will put two parts at the same time on a parallel. When I check the original part, this flat surface here is at the same height than the biggest diameter I have here. So that won't be too complicated. A nice little project finished. And as you can see, they even fit. And yes, it is a left-hand thread. Now, before we go, maybe one last little thing. Last week I had to buy a brand new coffee machine because my ship's bucket was full, even over full. Which means I needed a right size box to put chips in it. My first idea was to buy some kind of flat screen television, but the box isn't the right size. So now I have a very nice sized cardboard box for 65 euros. And of course the coffee machine is a bonus.